set up and we'll get into it. It's difficult trying to get an angle out here, having to adjust. Oh my gosh. Hi there. Nice to see you, Tashawn. Oh my god, I'm already a sweaty mess, so I apologize in advance, guys, but it's really, really hot here. Whew. But yeah, I think we can begin. So hi everyone who's going to be watching and tuning in, or will be watching this after the fact. My name is Damari. Nice to see you on the channel. So today we're doing a special result, but the way we're going to do it this time is, rather than mixing the order up or doing it in groups of the elements, I'm going to go through this zodiacal calendar as it is. Okay, so we start with Aries all the way through to Pisces. Okay, that's how I'm doing this reading. Now, with regards to the spread, what I want to look at is, because it's the full moon, right, but also an eclipse, right, lunar eclipse, it's very significant. It's also in the sign of Gemini. So this is a really good opportunity to do the last little bit of purging that needs to take place. I feel like a lot of truths are coming to the surface now. We're starting to get that clarity that perhaps were missing in the past. We're starting to see things with absolute 20/20 vision. Lies are being revealed, truth is unveiled, and now it's time to shift out of lower frequencies, release all of the things that keep us stagnant, that keep us you know, falling back into old cycles, patterns of behavior, things like that. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at. So what we'll do is we'll get a card from the Moonology deck, and we'll see what it is that you're going to be purging at this time, or the overall theme, right, of the day. And then we'll look at, first of all, what it is that you're releasing, what you are attracting into your life at this time. Okay, so what you're releasing and what you're attracting. And then we'll get some additional messages using the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. Okay, gorgeous deck, my favorite deck at the moment. So that's what we're going to be doing. This will be time stamped after the fact, as always, so just bear with me if you're tuning in, you know, later on down the live stream. You can also, you know, rewind. So if you do miss your sign, don't worry, you will be able to catch up. So just give me a sec. I'm gonna have a swig of my drink and we'll go into your reading. But for those of you who are tuning in, just drop a hi for me. Let me know how you're doing. So I do like to check in with my soul fam. So some of you, those guys that are in the States, it's probably still early hours of Sunday, so you might not catch this until later on, but hopefully you'll have a good start to the day. So now I'm going into the sign of Aries. Okay, let's kick off with Aries. So let's see, what is it that Aries is releasing at this time? Please can you relay the key messages of what Aries is needing to look at in terms of release and attraction? What is the key message here that Aries needs to be aware of at this time in this lunar eclipse transition that can really help with them stepping into this new timeline? So Aries, you got have faith in your dreams, crescent moon. Okay, have faith in your dreams, crescent moon. So this is essentially it. Whatever you've been envisioning for yourself, whatever you feel like is destined to you, right, in terms of your career, your passions, the lifestyle you wish to have, you know, the connections, pretty much all aspects of life, whatever you feel would be your dream life, that's what you need to have more faith and emphasis on at this time. Because I feel like, because there have been certain challenges and trials that you've faced recently, there's been a lot of shifts and a lot of purging required. It's really shaken you up to the point where you've been revising your aspirations, your goals, your dreams. But now I feel like you're very clear on what it is that you want moving forward. So now you need to start having more belief in your ability to attract and obtain what is actually meant for you. Okay, so let's see what you are purging. Whoa. I didn't even get to go like deep into the shuffle before the card came flying out. So it's very clear. Behind a mask. So you're releasing either an identity or persona that you built for yourself as a means of protection, possibly a defense mechanism, or a persona that you've aspirations, groups, you know, communities, environments, all of that, right? But I feel like you're shedding the old and embracing the new at this time. That's what you're being asked to do. Release your old identity. This is a theme that's come up multiple times, right? For you guys, you know, for the group of Aries that I'm picking up on specifically. Obviously, this is not going to be for all Aries, but for those of you who I keep picking up on, it's a recurring thing that it's time to release the old, to stop hiding your true lights, okay, out of fear of being seen for the real you, okay? You can handle it even if you get backlash from certain people, and you've got it, okay? You're strong enough, you've got tough enough skin, and you know that, you know, if you just step up in your light, just being authentic, being present, and just enjoy this experience of just evolving, growing, and becoming, then there's really nothing that can hold you back. So it's important to be aware of that, okay? That this mask that you're wearing, it's not that you're being false, it's just that you're kind of not wanting to let go of the old so easily, because you associate your true self with an ego that you once had, but it's not really reflective of where you're at this time. You know, you kind of went through an ego death in order to form a new ego that's more aligned to where you're at now, okay? So that's something that you should know. And now, what is it that Aries is attracting in their life at this time? Yeah, absolutely, healing. Because for some of you that I was read for in your previous readings, you were dealing with heartbreak, betrayal, you know, letting go of a relationship, letting go of the past. So absolutely, there's a lot of healing that's coming your way. And the more that you are willing to shed this old persona and embrace what you are now becoming in this new timeline, the easier it will be to really kick off this healing, right? But the more that you're kind of resistant to this change that you're undergoing, the more difficult it will be for you, okay? So that's really important to be aware of. And now finally, let's get some quick tarot messages for you. Messages from the divine. So guys, Spirit, what is it that Aries needs to know at this time? Okay, so you have the Knight of Pentacles, that's Virgo energy. You have the Queen of Cups, Cancer. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And you have the Four of Wands in reverse, that's fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So essentially what it's saying here is that you are slowly moving towards the very thing that brings you emotional fulfillment. That could be a person. Again, I feel like it's bigger than just, you know, your love interests. I feel like it's all areas of your life. It's being brought into view and being revised, okay? Because there's a direction you're now heading that may be slightly different from where you were in the past. But yeah, what I'm getting here is that you are slowly moving towards your true wish fulfillment, right? Something that really is at the core of your heart, the thing that brings you joy, happiness, fulfillment. Really tap into those feelings of gratitude and love as well. So it could very well be a connection also, possibly with a Cancerian or a Virgo. But I feel like, yeah, you choosing to follow your heart rather than letting the mind, you know, conflict and confuse you. It's helping you to believe again in dreams, in aspirations, in making the impossible possible. That's something that you guys naturally are very gifted in, right? You believe in the impossible. You think that any obstacle that you face is just a test to be overcome, right? So you take that in your stride very well, Aries. So I feel like it is really important, and I do feel like because it has the Four of Wands in reverse here, right next to that healing energy, I feel like it's a case of you're having to heal from a connection that has been severed, okay? while you go towards and focus on your true aspirations, your true dreams, and possibly a new connection, or even revitalizing an old connection. But there's a lot of healing taking place across the board for you. So I really hope that helps, Aries. Thanks for checking this out. Use these energies to your benefit if this applies to your situation. And yeah, you can't go wrong. I actually realized I picked another Moonology card instead of the Quantum Oracle, but that's fine. Obviously, you needed to get that message of healing. So I really hope that helps and makes you realize that you are on the right course. So there's no need to second guess yourself. Just have faith and show up authentically. So thanks for checking out, Aries, and I'll speak to you guys soon. So now we will go into the sign of Taurus. Okay, so we're now doing Taurus. If you missed Aries, you can rewind if you're now tuning in. Let's take a look. What is the overall key energy in this lunar eclipse transit for the sign of Taurus? Okay. So you have your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So you could have strong Capricorn placements, but regardless, your hard work is paying off. So all the effort, time, energy you poured into yourself, into doing the inner work, into changing the reality around you, putting your best foot forward, going after what it is that you're truly dedicated to is about to pay off. So that's excellent, right? So I feel like you have been putting a lot of work into yourself and into your aspirations. So let's go to the Quantum Oracle and see what is being purged at this time for you, Capricorn? No, Pisces. No, Pisces. Taurus. Oh my God, so much confusion. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Taurus. My gosh. Get with the program tomorrow. Taurus. Wow. So you actually have two cards come up, but I will take them both because I feel like they are very relevant. So you have a consciousness of lack. Okay. And you also have a conflict. So yeah, there absolutely is a need to let go of this energy, right? Because I feel like when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to going after what your heart's desire is, you don't have any self-confidence or faith that it's obtainable, right? It could be in a very specific aspect, i.e. love or career, right? It could be either one of those things, but I feel like in general, you just usually have a very pessimistic outlook on whether or not something is obtainable or if you can overcome or accomplish, certain goals, especially when it involves, matters of the heart. But I feel like this of lack because you are everything you need. You have everything you already need within you. It's just coming to that realization, and second guessing yourself, doubting yourself, inner conflict, just having that inner war, in the mind space, letting the shadow win. I feel like all of that is being brought into view to be released and to help you start really truly believing in self and your abilities to manifest whatever outcome is going to be in your best and highest good. So let's see what it is that you are attracting at this time. What is it that Taurus is attracting at this time? Ooh, we had a few cards when it's come up, but this one actually came up. And that is planning and action. Planning and action. So you are thinking about the long term. You are thinking about what it is that you want to manifest into your reality. You're now taking strides towards that, right? So you may have plans to travel, because we do see a ship here in that conflict card. We have, obviously a map here. So I do feel like for some of you, it does involve possibly a relocation, right? You may want to relocate for your dream job. You may want to just change countries, perhaps you're a digital nomad. And the only reason why right now you're feeling kind of a bit stuck and stagnant and feeling like things are not looking up for you at the moment is because possibly you're in a country where lockdown is in effect, right? And it's keeping you physically grounded for now. But it's important to know that, that's not going to be the case forever. So if you are wanting to relocate, possibly to a new country even, or, you know, explore work opportunities abroad, you need to start making your plans now and keep a close eye on, you know, the news, the situation with lockdown. So, you know, as soon as the borders open, you know what you need to do in order to get to where you want to be. Okay. And then finally, let's get some quick tarot messages for you that can help you at this time. Ooh. Capricorn, I'm saying it again because I keep seeing new moon in Capricorn. I mean Taurus, I'm so sorry. I know I keep saying every sign but your name. But yeah, I mean Taurus. So let's see. Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles, that's Earth energy, your energy. Page of Swords in reverse, air. Seven of Cups in reverse, water. The High Priestess in reverse, Pisces specifically. And then the Six of Swords, more air energy. So yeah, it's a case of you're having to put a lot of work into yourself to overcome this very pessimistic view that you have of yourself and your capabilities to accomplish you know, success, whatever that means for you. And I feel like you're understanding now that perhaps your attention has been placed in the wrong areas. Again, like I said, focusing on the negatives rather than on the positive or problem solving, right? But I feel like that's coming, that you're kind of shifting out of that now, because now you're very clear with that Seven of Cups in reverse. That shows me you're very clear on what it is that you now want to accomplish, right? You know your direction, you know where you're headed. You've been putting a lot of work into yourself and it's paying off. So now you're being asked to express what needs to express, right? You may need to relay some information to those who you have some kind of obligation to, or you have a commitment to, possibly family. There might be some things that usually you do to help certain family members out. Obviously, if you're planning to relocate or leave, you need to discuss that with them and let them know what your plans are. They don't have to know absolutely everything if you don't want to share everything. It's just letting them know that you will no longer be around, so you know they can make necessary arrangements. And then boom, I see you as soon as you're prepared and able to, you are going, you're headed off. You're saying goodbye and you're going on your adventure. So this is looking really good, Capricorn. Doing it again, Capricorn, Taurus. It's looking really good. It looks like you're ready to spread your wings very soon. You're not doing that just yet. I feel like you're in that preparation mode. So you're preparing to fly is what I feel. So I really hope that you have a great day and that you use this energy to help you really tap into that manifestation mode. Release what needs to be released, i.e. your fears, the things that hold you back from going after your dreams, and just really embodying that creator energy, okay? Because you're within a position to actually manifest a very powerful change in your life, i.e. possibly a new life abroad, okay? So sending you guys lots of love. Thank you for checking this out, and I'll speak to you soon. So now we're going to go into the sign of Gemini. So Gemini, what's going on with you? Let's see what is the key theme here in this new lunar eclipse transit, okay? Let's see what it is that's being brought into the spotlight for you. Okay, so you have confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Okay, so you could have Leo in your chart or be dealing with one, but I feel like, yeah, whatever you was really unsure of or insecure about, I feel like now you're kind of regaining a sense of strength, of confidence, of self-worth, knowing your value, knowing what you bring to the table, you know, rather than being fretful of what's lacking or what your weaknesses are. You're really going to start playing to your strengths more, I feel, which is great. So let's see what the Quantum Oracle has to say about what it is you're purging at this time. So what is it that Gemini is purging? What is it that Gemini is purging at this time? Okay, so you have the honoring path, so that's interesting. So I feel like it's just a way of looking at things and doing things, okay? So I feel like rather than worrying about how you're being perceived all the time, because I feel like that's a big part of this, right? Feeling like you're in the spotlight and you're having to play a role, you're having to meet expectations, you're having to be on point 24/7. I feel like you're realizing now that it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay not to be front and center all the time and feeling like, a Hollywood star, right? Like this need to be, on form all the time. You're releasing that. You're just kind of allowing yourself to be how you feel like in that moment, right? So say, for example, if you're not feeling at your best and your hair's a mess or whatever, you're just embracing it. You're not expecting yourself to be like picture perfect 24/7, right? Because I feel like you felt some external pressure in the past to be a certain way, and then you carried that forward to the point where you felt like you couldn't ever have a day where you weren't, tip top, at least when it comes to when you're around other people or in the public eye, okay? So you feel like you have to be on, in top form 24/7, but that's now changing. So what is it that Gemini is attracting into their life at this time? Ooh, teacher. That's nice. So I feel like what you're attracting is either someone who can be a real benefit to you, especially if you do wish to be successful in the public eye. I feel like rather than allowing possibly not the best advice or the expectations of others, or the critique of others to get to you, I feel like what you're actually attracting is someone who can actually bring something valuable to the table, some lessons, some information, advice, right? Teaching. Someone that can help you progress in your chosen path, on your spiritual journey, right? You may be coming into contact with a spiritual healer or teacher. It could be in relation to your life path, your spiritual journey, your soul mission, anything like that, right? It can be absolutely anything. And it doesn't literally have to be that you're sat in a classroom being taught by a physical person. This could be online studies even. Information that's been put out by someone who is a professional, a professor, right? Or you could even be coming into contact with someone who, is just very knowledgeable, right? So either way, I feel like you are drawing in some kind of teacher. This can also be in the form of a spirit guide or ascended master. So that's also important to be aware of. That it doesn't have to be a physical person. This can actually even be your ancestors are coming in to teach you, to guide you, to help you through important lessons, to give you that valuable wisdom that you need at this time. So you do feel more confident and more tapped into your own inner power, which is great. So now let's see what the tarot has to say. Divine messages. Okay. So you have the Knight of Cups in reverse here. So water energy. You are one. Okay. So that's specific to this deck. This is a special card. We have Four of Swords in reverse. That's air. We have Four of Wands in reverse. So the numbers 444 and 444 could be very relevant to you at this time. In that case, Gemini, I recommend checking out the angel numbers. In terms of numerology, this is all about building new foundations, stability, strengthening existing foundations as well. And then you also have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So that's also air energy. So yeah, I feel like basically what's being communicated here for you guys is that, yeah, it's like I feel like it's telling you to stop putting all of your energy into making yourself feel like shit because you're not meeting the expectations of others, or because you feel like you're not as successful as those who you aspire to be like, right? Because ultimately you are on your own path. It's a different journey, okay? You're going to have your own way of doing things. You're going to have your own unique spin on it. That's that's where this energy is key in your reading. It even says authenticity. I know it might be the wrong way around, I'm not sure, but it even says authenticity, right? And that's what it's all about. And again, you see how she has that mask, removing the mask, stop trying to play to everyone's expectations, and just be, right? Do what it is that you do, because no one can do what you do in the way you do it. So that's what you're being prompted to do, to also really focus on healing this energy, okay, of not feeling good enough, of not feeling like you are where you want to be. A lot of healing is required at this time to help you really step back into your power. And then once you do, I feel like whatever connections you have, you know, on a very significant soul level, they will start to alchemize as well, right? Or it could even be that you start attracting this teacher in, right? Once you start healing yourself, you start attracting someone of a high vibration that can also help you to raise yours, right? Someone that you want to match the energy of, because they're very high vibrational. And I feel like once you do that, it will really start to help you overcome any anxiety, fears, stress, right? You know, any fears of lack of worth, right? So that's very positive. But I feel like either you're getting new spirit guides coming into your life, or you're getting someone physical coming in that's going to make you realize a whole lot of things here, right? About the way you've been doing things, how you've been viewing things. It's going to give you a bit of a, you know, wake up call to make you realize that, you know, you have everything that you need. You are everything you already need to be, all right? So I really hope that helps you, Gemini. You need to believe in yourself in way more, have more confidence in yourself, and know that you have what it takes to get to where you want to be. Your path is unique to your own, you know, soul journey. So stop comparing yourself to others, all right? So sending you guys lots of love, lots of warmth, and I'll speak to you later. So now let's go over to the sign of Cancer. So Cancer gang, let's see what's going on for you in this lunar eclipse transit. Let's see what it is that's the key energy here. That one is flick up, but I don't think it came out, so we'll keep going. So let's see, find out what is the key energies here for Cancer at this time during this incredible lunar eclipse that can help transform their lives at this time for Cancer. Ooh, so you have, you're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. Wow. So that's cool. I mean, this is literally saying at this point, you are way closer than you realize, you know, that things are about to take shape. Things are about to take flight, okay? Whatever you've been waiting on, whatever you've been diligently working on, whatever you've been pinning your hopes, your dreams, whatever is included in your dreams, I feel like some aspect of that is about to come true. So that's good. All right. Let's see what it is you're purging. We'll go to the wrong card. Quantum Oracle. See what you are purging at this time. What is it that Cancer's purging at this time? Okay, interesting. So you have happy success in reverse. So I feel like it's not about, this isn't about not getting it, right? And purging, like the idea of having happy ever after, okay? It's not about that. What it's saying is purging the idea of what form happiness is only allowed to come in, right? Because I feel like you're maybe pinning your hopes too much on one specific thing, when there may be something else coming in that's actually better for you. So it's saying have a bit more flexibility over what you perceive to be as happy success, right? Because I feel like that's going to be redefined for you. And now I feel like on some level as well, that it's asking you to dream bigger, that you're playing it too small. So that's something else to keep in mind. What is it that Cancer is attracting at this time? What is it that Cancer is attracting at this time? Nice. You have optimism. Okay. So it's really saying like a change in mindset is going to really transform your life. And I feel like once this, especially when you see this goal, this this goal, this wish, whatever it is that you've been really hoping on, really looking forward to manifesting or wishing to manifest. I feel like when one of these goals come to light, when you reach that goal or that dream comes true, I feel like it's really going to help change your outlook. I feel like you're going to feel more positive. You're going to have a more positive mindset, right? That you'll hope for the best and you won't assume the worst anymore, right? You'll just be prepared in case things do go south, but you're putting, you know, your best foot forward and in the energy of, I know good things are coming my way, even if it's not exactly in the shape or form that I anticipated. So that's good. So you're being more flexible, you're being more positive, optimistic, and just looking forward to what the future holds for you. So that's really good. Now let's see what the tarot has to say. What divine messages can we pull, help you with this time? Okay, so we have the, I just dropped the card then. So we have the King of Swords, that was in reverse, sorry. King of Swords in reverse. Decadence is a special card to this deck. We have a Page of Swords in reverse, that's down. And then we have the 12, oh sorry, not the 12, the Hanged One, which is this is Pisces energy, because this is the Hanged Man essentially, right? Hanged One. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Pisces here. They're coming, you know, showing up strongly either end of the reading. But I feel like, to be honest with you, it's like, I feel like this is mainly about your mindset, Cancer. That the way of looking at things is changing tremendously, and it's like you're rewiring your thought process. It's on that level, from being more negatively geared or slanting towards being more negative in your thought process towards being more positive, right? So it's a very significant, mental shift that's taking place with you this time. And I feel like it's something that's been in the process for some time. Obviously, it doesn't happen overnight, but I feel like as well, it's kind of like, rather than being fixated on set things, you're being asked to explore the unknown a little bit, to just have faith and take a leap of faith, because you're not always going to have the answers in advance. You aren't always going to know what's coming for you, right? So if you try to play it safe all the time, then you're not going to get, ultimate happiness, right? If you don't also take calculated risks. So you're being prompted to do that and to, come out of your shell a little bit, take a leap of faith in something that means a great deal to you. Yeah. I feel like the universe is telling you that you're very close to getting what you want. You can almost touch it. You can almost reach out for it and grab it. It's that close, right? But I think it's going to come if that happens. But yeah, it's really close. It's literally like you can almost touch it, reach out and touch it. It's that close. It's important also to be aware of that. I feel like, where you perhaps before you'd be like double checking, maybe even looking at certain posts on social media, or checking on your emails, especially if you're waiting on an email, some good news, waiting on a message on social media. I feel like you're going to stop fretting over that and just obsessively checking, right? You're just going to know that it's coming in. But for now, it requires patience and a change of perspective. So I feel like that's what it's going to lead to as well. I feel like you're going to be able to look at things from a very different angle, very, very different perspective as a result. And that's going to really help you to make positive changes, problem solve more easily, and use critical thinking in a way that it doesn't go towards the other end of the scale into overthinking, okay? So I really hope that helps, Cancer. Thanks for checking that out. You know, basically just keep doing the inner work, remain positive, and know that good things are coming in very, very quickly. Okay, so all the best, guys, and I'll speak to you later. So now we're going to go over to the sign of Leo. So for my lions out there, we're going to take a look and see what's happening, what's coming up, what energies are presenting themselves right now for you. So what is it that's being highlighted during this lunar eclipse transit? What's going to help Leo at this time to transform their lives? What is the key energy here? You have your commitment is being tested, first quarter moon. Okay, so this is your commitment to any aspect of your life. This could be work, this could be a relationship, this could be family, this could be a creative project, this could be a side hustle, it could be just about anything, right? But your commitment is being tested. So ultimately, you communicated at some point to the universe that you wanted this, that, and the other. The universe gave you what it is that you wanted. I've got what I wanted, but how much do you really want it? Is it still aligned to where you're at? Does it still make sense with, you know, your current goals, your current mindset, where it is that you feel like you're moving, you know? So that's what's being brought into play. There may be a test coming up for you to see just how much you want it still, right? If it really is what you are asking for. And if it is, then all good. But if not, then maybe time to look in a new direction. So let's see. What is it that Leo's purging this time? Wow. Your family. So for the Leos I'm picking up on, because bear in mind this isn't going to apply to every Leo, but for the Leos I'm picking up on, you're purging certain family ties or certain family dynamics that have been toxic, karmic, you know, breaking ancestral patterns, right? Because I feel like there either is a toxic dynamic throughout the whole family setup, or at least with a specific family member that seems to have way more influence than they should have, possibly over their children, right? So this could be a parent of yours, or this could be a partner that you have children with. But I feel like something is about to be purged when it comes to a way of doing things or a specific connection within the family setup. Okay, so family is being highlighted at this point because we can see the under deck. Right now you're trying to play it safe, but it's not necessarily making you happy, right? Because you're feeling like, if I just stay where I'm at, then, you know, I can't risk getting things going any worse than they were in the past, right? But I feel like you're missing something beautiful by choosing to stay stagnant and, you know, stay in your comfort zone essentially as well, you know, because of this family setup, this dynamic that's always been in place. But something is being purged there. So for those of you who this resonates for, you'll see that anyway. And now, what is it that Leo is attracting in their life at this time? Okay, kindred partnership. Wow, okay. So there may be some aspect of your family life that's preventing you from being able to move on in a new relationship, okay? Especially if you have kids with someone, perhaps your ex-partner or your current partner is making it very toxic, right? Things very difficult. And it's getting to the point where you're ready to release this person and explore a new, more loving connection, okay? But for others of you, I feel like you're trying to put an end to a family member's influence, possibly a parent, over your love life or some aspect of your life, possibly a business that you want to start, maybe with someone else, or it could be a relationship, because that's more like a relationship type card. So yeah, I feel like you're trying to stop the interference when it comes to your love life by certain family members. So let's see. But that's where I feel like as well, it's like maybe you even have a family member that's trying to get you to choose between them and a partner. And it looks like you're choosing your partner over this toxic family member. So that could be for some of you. But let's see. What else can we find out? Spirit, what else can we find out that can help Leo at this time? Okay. So you have the Five of Pentacles, that's Earth energy. Queen of Wands in reverse, specifically Aries. Could have Aries in your chart. You'll be dealing with one, possibly a family member. You have the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords in reverse, sorry. Air energy. You have the Seven of Wands, so that's fire. And you have the Strength card, which is you, Leo. I like that. I like showing up in your own reading at the end there. So yeah, this is good. So what essentially you're doing is you are walking away from a toxic family member, or even from your whole family, because of how toxic it is, because you're trying to break ancestral karma, or because for whatever reason they are trying to create a blockage in your love life, preventing you from coming into union with possibly a divine counterpart, or someone that you have a soul level connection with, right? So I feel like that's why you're choosing to cut your losses, even if it means taking a financial hit and walking away from this family member or from your entire family, you know, because ultimately you feel that if you just sit and wait things to try and, you know, work out on their own, it's not going to work out, right? It's not going to get you where you want to be, right? Because ultimately the situation's at breaking point, so something needs to happen here. Oh, sorry about that. Someone just said that the video quality is pixelated. Let me see if it's better if I just change the Wi-Fi here. Okay, we'll see how that works. Let me know if that's better. Okay, I'm not sure, but hopefully that'll be a bit better for you, so let me know. But yeah, so it's like what was I saying? You know that it's not going to turn around unless you actually put your best foot forward, right? You have to take action essentially, because it's getting to the point where it's wearing you down, it's making you miserable, and it's just reaching breaking point. So you are taking initiative, and I feel like you're going to stand up for what you want. You're going to stand up for what it is you want, for what you believe in, for who you want, i.e. this person, right? You're going to stand up to these people or this person and say, no, you can't tell me who to love or what is right and wrong when it comes to matters of the heart. This is what I want. That's what I'm pursuing, right? So that is you in your element, being strong, being brave. It even says on the Seven of Wands, bravery. So it's like, it's not easy for you to confront these family members. You know, they're your family. You've known them your entire life. It's not easy to have this confrontation, but I feel like it is coming, and you're going to speak your truth. You're going to let them know that this is what I want, because for a long time you've not been saying anything, whereas now you are going after your wish fulfillment, i.e. this connection. So yeah, Leo, I love that you're getting back into your, you know, your element, right? Feeling very strong, feeling very brave. And that's the thing, it's not that you're not it's not to say that it's going to be easy or that you're not going to feel anxious or anything like that. It's just you're mustering the courage and the strength to go after what is right in your mind, right? And that's very positive. So I want to send you a lot of strength, a lot of support while you do that, and just know that, you know, you're doing the right thing. You're doing what you feel is in your best interest, what you feel, you know, is aligned to you. So just go full steam ahead with that, okay? So sending you guys lots of love. You know, I hope that when you have this conversation, things can end as amicably as possible. And yeah, I will speak to you guys soon. So now let's go to the sign of Virgo. So Virgo, my dear Virgins, let's see what's coming up at this time of the lunar transit for you. So what is the eclipse revealing? What is the key energy and message here when it comes to this lunar eclipse transit for the sign of Virgo? That card wanted to flick up. Ooh, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. How relevant is that, Virgo? We literally have a full moon in Gemini right now. So you may be finding out something very significant today, or at least very, very soon, right? Possibly even over the next few days. And I feel like it's going to put your mind at ease in regards to a subject that you've been feeling very unsure about, very confused about, or you feel like you just don't have enough information of. There may be something that you feel like is being intentionally held back from you. However, I feel like the information is coming, okay? So let's see, what is it that Virgo's purging at this time? Joyous fun in reverse. So basically what you're purging is a lack of downtime, essentially, having fun, doing things that bring joy, happiness into your life. So what you're purging is this need to be serious all the time, the need to be victorious and righteous and do things by the book, essentially. This is telling you to lighten up a little bit, live a little bit, and not in a nasty way, but just saying, Virgo, you guys are so, you're so organized, you're so well thought out generally, but sometimes you need to kind of throw caution to the wind a little bit and just enjoy yourself, okay? So you're purging this need to be too sensible all the time, right? Too, that's what I'm looking for. Maybe even a little bit prudish, but not in a, that kind of sense, but just, stiff upper lip and all of that. So that's good. I want to see my Virgos having more fun, so I like that. And what is it that Virgo's attracting at this time? It's also asking you to really look at what you can do day to day, even if you are in lockdown or anything like that. What is it you can do that will bring more joy and happiness and lightheartedness into your day, right? So what is it? And I feel like once this information comes in, it will put your mind at ease, and then you feel like you can do more of that, right? Because there's obviously something that's weighing heavy on you, and that may be preventing you from having some more, just like chill time. So what is it that Virgo is attracting at this time? What is it that Virgo's attracting at this time? True love in reverse. I feel like the reason why you're getting this in reverse is not because you're not, you're attracting heartbreak or anything like that. I feel like what it's saying is a need to put more self-love into the equation, right? Especially if you're in a relationship and you've been giving way more to the connection than you've been giving back to yourself, or even getting from the other person. You're being asked to pull your energy back a little bit from what you're giving to the others, or like the other person, and more into yourself. That is required, right? Because you need that. You need that happiness in your life. You need some lighthearted fun, I mean, if you're waking up every day with a frown on your face, then that's a problem, right? So that's why the divine is trying to get you to pull your energy back just a little bit, and pour more of that love, attentiveness, compassion, and understanding into yourself, right? And do things that really make you happy. It doesn't matter how big or small. Just do what makes you feel good. More of what makes you feel good, right? So we'll see what the divine has to relay with regards to this. So what messages, additional messages can we provide Virgo at this time that can help them with this? But I feel like rather than this being about a set aspect of your life, whereas it can, okay, I do see a relationship here as well. But I feel like it's also talking about, bringing joy back into life in general for yourselves, right? Bringing the fun back into things rather than everything being so serious all the time. Okay, so tarot-wise, you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Boom. That's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy or energy. You also have the Two of Cups, water energy. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So that's specifically Taurus. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or have it in your chart. You also have Judgment. That's Sagittarius. So that could be relevant. And you have the Two of Swords in reverse. That is air energy. So I feel like it's a case here that, you Yeah, I feel like you've been trying to take too much of the initiative when it comes to this relationship. For who I'm picking up on, you guys are in a relationship. The Virgos are picking up on, you are in some kind of relationship, or you have some kind of form of romantic connection. I feel like you've been pouring a lot of your energy into trying to fix things, heal things, make sure things are on track, you're on the same page. But things have gotten too serious, and I feel like that's causing a wedge between you. So right now I feel like the focus is in, rather than trying to diligently fix what you feel needs to be fixed, to get things on track, to make sure your needs are met, to make sure everything is in its right order and place. It's telling you that you need to kind of be a bit less stubborn as well, like be a bit less like anal about it. I don't want to say that because I know you guys often get labeled with that brush, tied with that brush, get tied with that label. But in this case, I can see the Virgos I'm picking up on right now, you have been a little bit, because there's something in the connection that's not quite working, or you feel like you don't have the information. So you're working too hard to try and get to the bottom of it, to fix it, to understand it, and it's bringing your energy down. So that's why you're being called to, pull back a little bit, wait for this information to come in, because it's coming in very, very soon, i.e. in a matter of days, no more than a week or so, I feel. So the best thing you can do is just relax, focus on yourself, do things that make yourself happy, and then when this information comes in, you can make a judgment call on it. You can choose what to do with that information. Like, okay, now that I know this, I can do this with it. Or actually, now that I know this, it'd be better if I focus on that, right? So you need to wait for that information to come in order to have the opportunity to act upon it, right? But that doesn't mean you should rack your brains over it, okay? So I feel like you will be choosing to focus more on the self. You may even, when this information comes in, because we do have true love in reverse, I feel like it is possible that for some of you, you may walk away from a connection once you find this information out. I don't know what it is. I don't see any signs of cheating or anything like that here. But these are just key energies, so I won't be able to see that in this reading. But I feel like there may be some information that comes in for you that kind of helps you come to a final decision on a relationship. For some of you, you may choose to walk away. For others of you, you're just going to try and balance things out between giving to this person and giving to yourself, okay? So I really hope that helps, Virgo. I feel like you are making yourself a priority again, which is good. Sorry, I can't bloody speak. And yeah, just keep doing that. Don't let this situation bring you down. Just keep putting your energy into doing the things that will make you feel good at this time. That's going to be beneficial for you. That's going to bring you into a healthier, happier state in mind, body, and spirit. Okay? So lots of love, guys, and I will speak to you later. Now, we will do Libras. So Libra, let's see. What is the key energy here for the sign of Libra? That flipped up at me very quickly. So you have a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian or have it in your chart, but I feel like whatever you've been struggling with, or whatever arguments, disagreements, wherever there's been friction, I feel like that's about to be resolved, okay? You'll be able to clear the air to get whatever you need to say out in the open, get it off your chest. You're able to communicate with whoever's involved and actually reach some kind of amicable resolution so you can move forward. So that's good. Now let's see, what is it that Libra is purging at this time? Is it that Libra is purging during this lunar transit, this lunar eclipse? You are letting go of letting go. So that's interesting. You are letting go of letting go. What a message that is. So I feel like there may be certain situations where when you get into a connection, or when you connect with people that you start to really have deep feelings for, or you're starting to get a real sense of love for, unconditional love. This doesn't mean just relationships, but also friendships. Could even be with some family members. But I feel like whenever you feel like you give too much to a situation and things are getting too heavy, or there's disagreements, or you're not getting what you feel you need from the other person, you may have a tendency to just bail, right? Protect yourself. But I feel like you're understanding that there's a time and place when you need to remove yourself from certain situations and environments. However, this particular situation may not be the time, right? So I feel like rather than running away as you usually would, in this case, you're choosing to stand your ground and deal with it, actually resolve the issue. So that's good. And we do have true love under the deck as well. So it's possible that, yeah, rather than letting a relationship go, you're actually going to try and heal it. So that's good. So let's see. What is Libra attracting at this time? What is the sign of Libra attracting into their reality at this time? Decrease. So I feel like yeah, there's going to be a change here. With decrease, I don't feel like it's like the situation is going to be less happy or vibrant or anything like that. I feel like it's a case of you're letting less things go in the equation, right? Like I said, normally you would run away. Normally you would just bail because it's easier than sticking around, standing your ground and seeing what happens, right? Seeing if you're going to get your heart broken. So I feel like sometimes you usually take a preemptive measure and bail, or you'll say something that provokes the other person to sever the connection. Whereas I feel like you're having a complete change of how you do things, right? I feel like as well, you're kind of changing the way you look at things. You're changing your expectations as well, right? A change of expectations. I feel like the decrease comes in the way you look at things, the way you expect things to come in, or how they come in, how quickly, how much, all of that, right? So this is just this overall theme of letting go and trying to resolve things, letting go of past ways of doing things, trying a new approach, you know. Maybe stop trying so hard to be, you know, be seen as in the right. Okay, let's pull some tarot messages, because that was a bit of a weird card to pull in that position, but let's keep going and see what else we can find out, what the divine can relay that can help Libra at this time. Interesting. So you have the Four of Swords in reverse, makes sense. It's air energy. Page of Swords in reverse, more air. The Decadence, abruption, that's specific to this deck. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, that's earth, and you have the Eight of Wands in reverse, fire. So I feel like what it's saying here is, yeah, every time you run away from a situation, you're preventing yourself from giving a chance to do some true healing here, right? The best way to heal a situation is to confront it head on and address the issues, address what the cause is and how it affects you and what you actually have control over when it comes to your emotional responses, to how you react to certain things, right? So I feel like a lot of healing is required when it comes to all of that. And I feel like it's also saying that, you know, if you do something rash, say something, or try and sever the connection because you feel that it'll be easier than healing it, nothing's going to change. You're just going to find yourself in these repetitive cycles. So that's why this way of doing things had to be released, okay? And I feel like as such, that's going to bring about significant changes, right? You're going to start to see more good fortune in this connection, right? Rather than things always seeming like they go wrong or they go south or things just don't quite come together or you don't quite see eye to eye, I feel like there's going to be a significant change there and it's going to bring some very nice fortune in for the connection, right? And especially because it's with that Nine of Pentacles as well, I feel like you're just kind of going to be pouring more of your energy into balancing yourself out to the point where you just start attracting the very things that you want, right? You're just in that mode and in that energy. But the reality is, you know, you do need to get this out in the open. You do need to clear the air with someone with regards to this. I do feel like this is possibly a relationship, but it could be just about anyone that you've had a significant clash with, or that you feel like you need to let go of, right? Because you're fearful of them letting go of you first, right? But I feel like with the the 8 of Wands in reverse here, it's like, rather than acting impulsively, rather than saying something that you can't retract, you're just realizing that it's better to just let go, not say something in the heat of the moment. Give yourself a moment to stabilize, you know, equalize your feelings, equalize your energy, and then express what needs to be expressed from a place of, you know, truth, i.e. the heart, rather than what your ego is saying in a moment of anger, right? So I hope that makes sense. I know it's a bit of a weird one, Libra, but I feel like it's just a change in which you express yourself and the way you handle challenges, the way you handle situations that involve possibly a romantic connection or even friendships. Okay, so I really hope that helps and that makes sense to whoever that was for. That's definitely not going to be for every Libra, but whoever that was for, I hope that makes sense. And I really hope that, you know, that you do embody this new way of doing things, because ultimately that's going to make you a lot happier in the long run. So lots of love, Libra, and I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so let's go over now to our gorgeous Scorpios. Scorpio, let's see what is being revealed at this time during the lunar transit. So what is the overall energy here at this time during the lunar eclipse, i.e. now, for the sign of Scorpio? There's 2 cards that want to come out, so I'll just take them both. Confidence is your key to success. That's new moon in Leo, so you could have Leo in your chart or be dealing with one. And you also have surrender to the divine full moon. Excellent. So I can see why this card wanted to come out. Yeah, that's essentially it. Like, you need to have more faith in the process, right? Know what is for you is being brought to you. You know, you are attracting certain energies, certain situations, opportunities, people, right? But if you really want to achieve your goals, you have to put the work in, of course, which I see you diligently doing. You also need to believe in it. Believe in your ability to have this for yourself, right? And be confident that it is for you, because you do the work. You're of the right frequency to attract that into your life. But for the other half, because half of it is putting in the work, doing everything that's required of you, but the other half is surrendering it to the divine. Do everything that needs to be done and have faith that the universe will work it out for you, okay? I feel like this is the part that you have the most difficulty with, if I'm honest, Scorpio. I feel like you are becoming more and more confident as time goes on and you start to yield results, but I feel like this is the bit that you need to really pay attention to, because I feel like that's where you could be struggling. Surrendering, control, okay? So let's see what the quantum oracle has to say with regards to what it is you're purging at this time. So what is it that Scorpio is purging, releasing at this time? That in which no longer serves Scorpio at this time. Travel. So you may have been a big fan of traveling. You could have been a digital nomad. You could have been some kind of travel influencer. You could travel for work. You could be a flight attendant, things like that. Obviously, with how things are currently in the world, you may have had to revise your either your career path or your travel plans, right? Because right now it seems that travel is not feasible for you at this moment, right? So I feel like you're kind of revising possibly a career path or travel plans, specific plans that you have made. Maybe over the holiday season, you're not going to be able to visit certain family that you had planned, right? Something like that. And I feel like the reason for that is because it's to allow you to do this inner work that is required and to really get into the practice of letting go and letting things be what they are, knowing that they'll work out in the end, having faith, you know. Okay, so travel is definitely on pause for now, or you just letting go of something, walking away from something. You may be wanting to move home, but you're not able to yet, right? Or maybe there's a reason why you're not, like maybe if you were wanting to relocate to another country, because I've got a similar message. Who did I get that for? I think it was Taurus, right? You may be wanting to relocate, but I feel like there's a reason you're not being able to go to another country at this time. It's because something is about to happen that's going to bring you a significant step or leap closer to an aspiration of yours. So if you were to leave, you would miss this shot, I feel. So there's a reason why your travel plans, if that's you, is being halted, or your plans to relocate or whatever, because there's something in your current environment that's coming in for you that is going to be beneficial. Okay. Now, when it comes to what it is you're attracting at this time, Scorpio, you have new beginnings. Yay, new beginnings. We like that. We love that. Yes, newness, change. Beautiful changes. I love that. Very positive energy. So these are not bad changes. These are new, good changes. New possibilities, you know. Look at all this natural abundance around this little child, you know. Gorgeous little baby glowing in the light. So, you know, it could be very significant in terms of perhaps you won't travel because you find out you're pregnant. Maybe you won't travel because you find out that you're going to be a parent, so you have to stick around. Now's not a good time to relocate. Or maybe you find out that someone in your family, your immediate family, is about to have a baby and you want to be more present when it comes around, right? So that's the thing. I feel like whatever it is, it's a case of, it's something very beautiful that's coming in, and that's why you have to be present for it, because this new beginning is about to change everything. As long as you believe that there is a reason to everything that's playing out right now, and there are blessings, there are good fortunes coming in for you, new beginnings. So hi Yvonne, just want to say a quick hi to the people that are checking in. Oh, hi Julia, nice to see you there, dear. Thanks for dropping in. Hi Lindy, I'm glad you tuned in for the live, I appreciate it. So yeah, that's essentially it. So let's go into the tarot messages now and see what the divine can reveal with regards to this. It feels kind of like vague but specific at the same time. It's like whoever this is for is clearly planning to go elsewhere, either for a short term or a long term period, but you're being held back for a reason. It may feel like a hindrance, but it's actually because a blessing is about to come in for you. So you see how you know, perception plays a huge role in this, because if you feel like, oh no, I'm grounded, I can't travel, I can't move, I can't do anything, and you're just looking at it from that perspective, obviously, yeah, it's gonna suck. But if you think, okay, maybe there's a bigger reason to this, maybe there's something coming in, or maybe I should focus on what I can do rather than focusing on what is keeping me feeling stuck, boom, then you get your amazing blessing that's coming in. So with regards to the tarot, you have the 5 of Wands, okay? So that's fire. You have the Star card in reverse, that's Aquarius. You have Paranormal in reverse, which is specific to this particular card, this particular deck. You have the Hanged One, that's Pisces. And you have the Magician, which is Virgo. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Virgo, or a Pisces, or have those signs, any of those signs prominently in your chart. But I feel like, yeah, you want to pack your bags and go. You want to relocate. You want to go elsewhere because you feel like the environment that you're currently in, right, is very competitive, right? It's really competitive, and you may feel like, especially if you're a business owner or you're someone who is, you know, freelancing, independent, you may feel like where you're currently at, that the market's too saturated. So that's why you want to explore untapped markets elsewhere. You may want to explore job opportunities elsewhere because maybe, you know, you were made redundant, or you just feel like there's not much in the way of work at the moment. With the Star card in reverse, I feel like you're saying that, okay, my plans to go elsewhere backfired. So now I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go from here because my initial plans, what I had set out for me, is no longer a possibility, or at least not right now. So I'm not sure what to do in the interim or where I should be going from here, especially if you were considering a new career path or a new job elsewhere, or creating a business. But I feel like it's saying, with the paranormal in reverse, it even says curiosity there. It's saying it's not possible to know everything, okay? So rather than trying to get all of the pieces of information and, you know, have a surefire plan that is guaranteed to succeed, you just have to trust in the process. I surrender to the divine, because you're not able to see everything that's playing out behind the scenes, right? So a little bit of trust in the universe is required for all people, right? And then with the Hanged One in reverse, it's like, yeah, so you're kind of feeling a bit stuck and a bit like, oh, well, where do I go now? I'm at a crossroads. It's like, I can't travel elsewhere, but I don't want to stay where I'm currently am. So what is it that I need to do to make the situation better for myself, to make it possible to start doing whatever it is that I'm setting out to do, i.e. this project, a business, you know, whatever it is that you want to do in the meantime. But what it's really telling you is that you are still manifesting. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you are still manifesting. You actually asked for something specific, and the universe is bringing it in, and that's why your travel plans or this desire to relocate or whatever is being put on hold, because a wish will be filled. You're just not seeing it yet, but it is something that you asked for, and it could be, i.e. a baby, or possibly just something new and very significant, a very significant change in your life that brings true fulfillment and emotional abundance, right? So awesome. I really hope that helps, Scorpio. Did I say Scorpio? Yes, Scorpio. And yeah, just know that what may seem like a moment of misfortune can actually turn out to be a blessing in disguise, okay? And I feel like that's the key message of your reading here. So do keep that in mind if you feel this is relevant to your situation, and know that something beautiful and abundant is coming for you. So all the best with that, and I hope that you see that very, very soon. Okay, so now let's go to the sign of Sagittarius. So Sag, let's see what's going on with you right now. What is it that's being brought into the spotlight for Sagittarius during this lunar eclipse transit? And you have believe in the impossible, blue moon. Amazing. We had a blue moon last month, I believe. So yeah, believe in the impossible. Things are changing. Things are shifting dramatically in your environment, Sagittarius. You may not feel like it, you may not see it, but I'm telling you, if you believe it, it will change. So believe in the impossible, because I think something's about to happen that you didn't think could happen in your wildest dreams. You didn't think was for you, but it is, and it's coming. So let's see. So you need to start having faith and believing in it. Because otherwise, if you're not careful, you can start to actually reject it. And that'd be such a shame, because I feel like something really beautiful is on its way to you. Something that's going to help you, believe in the impossible, believe in fairy tales again, right? So let's see, what is it that Sagittarius is releasing at this time? Yeah, playing it safe, settling for what you've always known, even though there is something way better in the horizon. Okay, it's not even far. You see how close the fireworks actually are from her. She's not even far away from it. So there's something that's coming to you. It's on the way to you, and it'll be there very soon. But I feel like if you don't start, coming out of this stagnant energy and just staying within your comfort zone, sticking to what you know, you're gonna miss something incredible that would have you believing in fairy tales again, that true love does exist, something like that, right? It doesn't have to be love related, but I'm just saying it's that kind of thing, like where you might think, oh, unconditional love is not a thing. It is, and you're going to get it and receive it and see it up close and personal. So that's just an example, okay? But yeah, let's see, what is it that Sagittarius is attracting at this time? So I feel like you are wanting to do things differently, because you're starting to see that you're not going to yield the same different results by doing the same thing in the same way over and over. So you are trying to change your perception on this, which is good. But what is it that you are attracting at this time? Letting go. Letting it go, right? I feel like this is you, I feel like the dogs represent your shadow, and you're constantly dragging your shadow aspect with you everywhere you go. I feel like whenever you explore a new possibility in whatever area of your life, you're always coming with your fears attached. You're always walking through those new doors, but with this reluctance and with these fears, right, holding you back, slowing you down. I feel like what you're realizing is time to let go of the reins, right, and just walk through the door. So that's what you're going to do. I feel like when you realize, like, it's kind of like make or break energy, like when you're in that moment where you're like, okay, if I don't let go of my fears now and just take the plunge, I'm going to miss out on potentially the best thing that ever happened to me. So I need to start believing that this can be real, okay, and not let my fears tell me otherwise. So let's see what the tarot has to say with regards to that. So messages from the divine spirit, what can we tell Sagittarius at this time that can help them with this change, this transformation? Okay, so you have the Four of Cups in reverse, that's water. The Ace of Cups in reverse, that's more water energy. Wow, we have the Queen of Cups here, so that's Cancer. So some of you definitely got Cancer in your chart or dealing with one. You have the World card in reverse, so it's a few signs there. Know that Leo's one of them. I can't remember them all. I think Taurus and something else. And you have the Star card in reverse. That's Aquarius energy. So you could be dealing with a Cancerian or an Aquarius, or you could have those in your chart. But honestly, Sagittarius, I feel like what it's saying here is that you let your fear get the better of you when it comes to love and your wishes, your dreams, your desires, your fantasies, your aspirations, your goals, your hopes. I feel like, yeah, you are letting go of the fear around that you may be disappointed, that your heart could be broken, that you wouldn't get what what you want, and what you've been calling in is never going to reach you. I feel like all of that is being just being released, let go of entirely, right? Not to say that you won't still experience fear from time to time or concern, but I just feel like, it's not going to be the ruling energy over you anymore. Your fears and shadow aspects as a whole, which is good. I feel like trying to listen to your heart more than your mind at this time, and let that guide you, because the Queen of Cups energy, Cancer's energy, is very much of that, in believing in the impossible, right? Believing in the utopia fantasy, right? Believing in dreams coming true. So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're trying to use your intuition, your inner knowing, and trust that the impossible can be made possible, regardless of what your mind was telling you in the past, regardless of what your fears is trying to sabotage, right? So with that, I feel like as you release your fears, it allows you really to continue on your chosen path, possibly in connection, possibly towards certain aspirations, right? So I feel like where you were perhaps stagnant, stuck in the recent past, you're now going to start moving again, which is good. And I feel like you may possibly even give up on something that you realize was holding you back, stopping you from tapping into your true wish fulfillment, okay? There may be something that looked shiny on the surface, but actually it was keeping you stagnant, or perhaps it was recognizing something where, you know, you thought that was what you wanted, but it wasn't. So you're having to release that so you can go after what you truly want, okay? So I hope that helps, Sagittarius. You know, it is a process, but I see you doing it, which is awesome. And yeah, don't let your fears get the better of you. Don't get stuck and stagnant, and, you know, just do what it is that you've always done in a way you've always done it, and stick to what you know. Because I promise you, there is something incredible out there for you, if only you gave yourself the opportunity to attract it in, okay? But I feel like it is coming in. I feel like you are slowly trying to open up to it, okay? To the potential of it coming in. That's good. So send you guys lots of love, send you lots of encouragement, and I will speak to you soon. Now let's go over to our sign of, what are we doing next? We just done Sag. Oh yeah, we're doing Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is your time, guys. Capricorn, what is it that you are being shown at this time? What is it that's being highlighted as the key energy during this lunar eclipse transit, i.e. right now? So that's 3 signs that got this card. So you have confidence is key, new moon in Leo. So you could have Leo in your chart, okay? But this is the energy. A lot of people getting their confidence back, standing in their power and their truth, being the sovereign, soulful being that they are, which is gorgeous. So you are really getting your momentum, your mojo, is what I feel, Capricorn. So I asked what card, I was just in my head, what you're going to be releasing at this time. I didn't even get a chance to say out loud, but you have letting go. So you are purging this need to just purge. Essentially, that's what I'm getting. It's funny because, yeah, this card keeps coming up as well. So you're letting go and letting go, right? Running away. I feel like everyone's like, rather than running from their fears, they're stopping and facing it head on. So whatever is a big fear to you at this time, whatever knocks your confidence, I feel like you're standing up to it, you're facing it head on, staring it down in the eye and dealing with it, right? You're not running anymore, which is great. So then when it comes to what you're attracting, what is it the Capricorn's attracting at this time? And shuffle again. That did not feel right. Okay, yeah, that's why. Let me go again. How is it the Capricorn's feeling at this time? What is it the Capricorn is attracting at this time? What is the Capricorn attracting? Too many cards. What is Capricorn attracting? Ooh. So you have the Sacred Temple in reverse. Sacred Temple in reverse. So what you're attracting, I think you're attracting a sense of independent sovereignty, a need to take care of self in mind, body, and spirit. Because I think you're starting to recognize that perhaps you thought the only way you could really tap into your spirituality or really feel a sense of, you know, that's what I'm looking for. A sense of, I don't know, holiness, I guess, is by being possibly in a sacred place or traveling to a sacred place or being around certain company. But I think you're realizing that the temple lies within, And that's where your time, attention, and compassion needs to be going in order to extend it out into the world, right? So it's a change of perception in where you believe that the temple lies, i.e. within, not outside of the self, okay? So that's a very interesting message. So I think you're starting to recognize where perhaps you've been self-sabotaging, where you keep running from the things that are actually staring you in the face and require your attention to help keep you healthy, happy, and in higher vibration in terms of mind, body, and spirit. So let's see what the Taurus says about that. So what is the Capricorn needs to know, Divine, when it comes to this? What can help Capricorn at this time, Spirit? Wow. So you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. That's Libra energy. You have the World card in reverse. You have the Transformation, which is like the Death card here, Scorpio. You have the Star card in reverse. That is Aquarius. And you have the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is water energy. So I just dropped the card. So yeah, I feel like it's a case, you know that things are not balanced, right? There isn't a sense of fairness in a situation when, you know, you have someone trying to resolve an issue or trying to work with you and you simply divert from it or simply throw your attention away from that and yeah, just throw yourself into work or whatever else it is. But I feel like you're understanding now that if you really want to be able to resolve certain things in your life, you have to be present, you have to stand your ground in certain things, be confident, know what it is that you want, and take the necessary action to make it happen. Otherwise, if you keep resetting, it's not going to get you there. And that's why I feel like I'm not able to start a new cycle yet, because you keep running, you keep avoiding certain issues, right? But that is now changing because we've got transformation smack bang in the middle. So this is telling me that that is completely changing. Your way of dealing with this is not going to be the same moving on. That you're going to start recognizing that you are essentially your own wish fulfillment, that everything that you seek outside of yourself comes from within. All of the happiness, the joy, the bliss, all of the things that you know, really feel in a deep, heart-centered space, that comes from within, right? Because you are the sacred temple. Your body is home and temple to a sacred being, i.e. yourself. So you're slowly going to start realizing where you have been neglecting the temple, neglecting the body possibly, and how that's impacting your ability to turn certain situations around or manifest your true heart's desire with that Ace of Cups there. So I really hope that helps, Capricorn. It looked really good. I feel like you are being brought back into your heart space again, and you're being shown clearly how you sabotage certain connections or certain situations, so that you start putting emphasis on what matters most, i.e. realizing that you are the sacred temple, you are a sacred being, as are all, and that you need to start treating yourself as such, right? So I hope that helps. I know there was a few different messages in there, because I feel like there was a bit of there's a few things that are being alchemized in your life for you, how you view yourself, but also how you deal with situations. So I really hope that helps, and I'll speak to you soon. So now the next sign we will go into is the sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius, let's see what is being brought into view for you at the time of this full moon eclipse. So what is the key energy and message here for Aquarius at this time? What is it that Aquarius needs to be aware of? Interesting. So you have full moon in Leo, and that is don't let pride get in your way. Yeah, again, I feel like a lot of the readings at the moment, specifically when it comes to this full moon, is about reconciliation. That energy has been very prominent. I was really feeling that in the start of the December readings as well, as I've started those. A good time for a reconciliation. I feel like it's telling you, listen, if you want to reconcile, or if you want to be with someone, or if you want to get that job, or if you want to put something out there, don't let your pride get in the way. Don't let your ego talk you out of it. Don't let your ego project what isn't real onto the situation, right? Through fear, through the shadow aspect, right? Keep things in proportion, and don't let your pride, your ego stop you from going after what it is that you truly want, expressing what it is that you want to say and how you truly feel. So let's see about the energy that's being purged at this time. So what is it that Aquarius is purging at this time? Okay. You have great achievement. So it's interesting. So I feel like what you're perceiving this end game goal to be, I feel like it's changing. It looks a bit like a wedding setup, don't you think? It looks like a celebration of a wedding. So I feel like there's some aspect to possibly a celebration, or this could even be a proposal, right? This could be like a wedding dinner or a proposal dinner, something like that, right? So you could be, and you did see that as the be all and end all. You being able to have this happy ever after, or this celebration, right? Achievement. It could be a wedding. It could be, like an award ceremony dinner, something like that. I feel like that's definitely going to be the case for some of you. So what you're letting go of is perhaps what you perceive to be as the great achievement, the ultimate gain, right? Because I feel like it was more in relation to your pride and ego, what you saw this as in the past, the accolades, the fame, the celebration, the soirees, the fancy meals, all of that, right? The high life. I feel like that is what you're letting go of. It's like your ego wanted those things, your pride wanted those things, because in your mind that equals success. But I feel like you're wanting something else. Your priorities have changed. So let's see. So what is it that Aquarius wants at this time? Or rather, should I say, what is Aquarius attracting? Because they're releasing something very significant in order to attract something else. So what is it that Aquarius is attracting at this time? Ooh. You have dark thoughts. That's not good, Aquarius. That's like taking steps backwards. Okay? You're attracting dark thoughts. So yeah, maybe I feel like you are going through a transition process, and I feel like it's this is step one of that process, and it will lead into step two. So you are going through a bit of a longer transition, I feel, Aquarius. So right now, I feel like your ego is being deconstructed to some degree. There's a bit of a small ego death, not like full, but I feel like there is a bit of an ego death going on here. And that's why you're letting go of certain dreams that you once had, because you're reforming your ego. And with that comes the Dark Night of the Soul type energy, which is where this comes in, right? So this is the first stage of this transformation. But after you go through that process and you come out the other side, I feel like you will transform and release your dark thoughts, and you'll start coming into alignment with what you truly desire, what really matters on, a soul level to you, what really is, that you hold dear to your heart, right? And it could very well still be the accolades and stuff, but I don't feel like that it's that. Because when I first pulled this card, I got this vision of a wedding dinner, right? So you may move your aspirations from having fame, fortune, having a lot of attention, a lot of hype around you, a lot of, people wanting to be with you and all of that stuff. Maybe you don't care about that stuff anymore, and what you actually want, what your true end game will be, is settling down possibly with someone, or having a very significant connection, or being able to celebrate just having certain connections in your life, or achieving something that really matters to you, right? Not the accolades and stuff, but actually having the ability to do the work and to reap the benefits of that, rather than just being famous, right, or being known. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, let's carry on. Now, let's see what the tarot has to say. What else can we find out with regards to this and can help Aquarius at this time? So you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You have the Five of Pentacles. You have the Two of Wands in reverse. It's fire. Both those, these two cards here, earth energy, I forgot to mention. You have the Seven of Swords here, air, and you have the Ten of Cups, water. So this is what I'm talking about. It's a bit of a rough transition period you're going through, but it is going to lead to the Ten of Cups, your ultimate desire, your wish fulfillment, your happy ever after, your real happy ever after, not what you thought was happy ever after. Okay, so this is it. And I feel like because you have the Four of Pentacles in reverse, and bear in mind this is like, you know, when it's in the upright, someone who's holding a coin in the traditional deck, right? But I feel like with it being in reverse, and it even says greed here, you can see that card, right? You're letting go of this, you know, desire for riches and fame and fortune and just material abundance, right? I feel like that's what you're purging. This desire for material abundance and attention, i.e. walking away from that, letting all that go, not really caring about being rich and famous, but more so on, you know, what is going to matter most to you in a heart-centered sense, okay? And I feel like the problem here is that you're going through a dark night of the soul type deal. So you have to pull back, right? You've had to pull back. And I feel like you've had to look within. So you're not seeking outside yourself right now. Right now, you're not looking outwardly, you're looking within. So you may be pulling a lot of your energy back. You may not be communicating to too many people right now because you're going through this huge transformation. The only problem with that is your fears are going to come up, so you're going to be scared that there's betrayals, there's lies, cheating, or whatever, right? You're going to assume all the worst with the Dark Thoughts card being here, right? Assumptions that someone or a group of people are trying to get you or out for you, that are not trustworthy, loyal, or anything like that. However, that's just your dark thoughts coming to the surface in order to be purged and to help you move along towards this energy, right? Like I said, for you Aquarius, this one's a bit of a longer transition, so I don't feel like it's going to happen overnight by any means, but you're getting there, right? You're already going through this process right now, so it's going to take a bit of time. Be patient with yourself, but don't close yourself off completely either, okay? It's important that you communicate with people who can support you through that process, because believe me, it's heavy, okay? And you guys are probably already knowing that because you went through it. But don't be afraid to reach out for support when it's needed. But know that this is actually going to do you a world of good in the long run. It's going to completely change your life, okay? So send you guys lots of love, lots of warmth and support through that process. And I'll speak to you soon. Okay, and now, last but not least, we'll go into the sign of Pisces. God, this has already been an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't intend for it to be so long, but, you know, I gotta get these messages out, and some of them are a bit confusing, so I had to kind of get to the bottom of it. So let's see. What is it that's coming up for Pisces in this lunar eclipse transit? What energies are being revealed in messages at this time? So you have full moon in Pisces, balanced spirituality and practicality, okay? A need for balance is required between the, you know, practicality and spirituality. So what you do in the astral and what you do in the physical, okay? Balancing those two things out, right? So that's good. It's like saying, you know, it's good to dream, it's important to dream, but you also need to take practical measures towards making it a reality, okay? So right now, it's kind of like you may have been lost with your head in the clouds a little bit, but now it's time to bring those ideas, bring those aspirations, those dreams down to earth and start taking action towards making them real, okay? So let's go to the Quantum Oracle and see what else we can find out. Hopefully the quality has been better now since I switched to the Wi-Fi. It's just it's been really messing up, so I wasn't sure if it was going to work. But hopefully you can see this. Okay. So the card you have with regards to what you're releasing at this time is the Orient Path. Another sign had this. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, Pisces, I feel like you are trying to... I feel like this is you. When you're just like, you know, envisioning and imagining and dreaming, right? This is you kind of like being in the energy of, you know, a Hollywood starlet, right? And it's kind of, you see yourself in this energy of getting the acclaim, the recognition for just being you, essentially, right? But I feel like you're kind of getting to the point where you're like, you know what, it doesn't matter if people don't understand me, it doesn't matter if people don't appreciate what I do, it doesn't matter if, you know, I'm not exactly where I want to be. I can work on this, right? It's something I can work on, but it's not about what, you know, others say, it's about what I do and what I feel honors my path, what honors my spiritual identity and my spiritual practices, but what's also going to allow me to keep taking actions towards an outcome, right? So I feel like that's what's being released there, this desire to appease or to to appease your ego through you know, hype, essentially. But yeah, let's go into what is being attracted at this time. So what are you attracting at this time into your life, Pisces? So you have the Ascended Masters in reverse. Okay, Ascended Masters in reverse. So yeah, I feel like the Divine are trying to take a step back right now, because I feel like a lot of assistance has been coming in for you. It's just whether or not you've been able to receive the message. I feel like you're being asked to work on your vibration so that you're in the right vibration to receive these downloads. And then once you do, then you can start taking practical steps towards whatever it is that you want right now. But I feel like, yeah, the Ascended Masters are going to send you any more downloads because you're not currently in the right vibration to receive it. Even though I do see you working on yourself, I feel like there is a bit of recalibration that is required. Okay. So let's see. I just think basically you worry too much about how you're being perceived at this time. It may even be triggering anxiety for you because of what certain people might say, but you're being asked to, you know, just disregard that and really focus on yourself, on your own individual path and what you know to be right for yourself, okay? Regardless whether or not other people understand necessarily why you've taken that course. Okay, so you have, with regards to the tarot messages, the Moon card in reverse, so that is Cancer and Pisces energy. You have 8 of Cups here, more water. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse, that's air. 4 of Pentacles in reverse, earth. And 5 of Pentacles, more earth. So yeah, I feel like you're realizing now what your path is, and you're realizing where you may have been going astray, being led astray by people who are possibly in the spotlight, right? Who are getting attention, fame, but you're realizing that maybe the way in which they achieved that success is not what it seems, right? and it's not the path you want to take. So rather than following suit and trying to explore a path that's already been trodden, you're trying to take your own path now, explore your own, you go your own way, essentially. So that's what you're doing. I feel like you are heading on, trying to get clarity, trying to make sense of what it is that you need to do, what your path is. But I feel like you are coming to realize that, right? The more you stop looking at what everyone else is doing and come back to what it is that you need to be doing. Yeah, because there isn't clarity in the situation. It's not clear. So that's why you're trying to, the divine have been trying to give you these downloads, but your attention has been elsewhere and you're not in the right frequency. So you really need to focus on your meditation and your spiritual practices that help ground your energy and elevate your vibration. It makes you open as well to the messages that are ready for you to receive. This is that being more open, being more energetically available to these higher frequencies that are coming in. And I feel like once you do that, then you'll choose to, I don't know, maybe take a loss in something or let go of something, walk away from something that is not for you, that isn't aligned to your path, right? Something that doesn't bring you true fulfillment, doesn't give you true abundance, right? I feel like you're stepping out of someone else's shadow. Hopefully that makes sense to somebody, but that's the reading I got for you anyway, Pisces. So hopefully that makes sense. But I feel like you are coming out on your own and taking your own path forward, regardless of what anyone else says. So for whoever I'm picking up on, I hope that made sense. You would know if that is you. But those are the readings, guys. So as I said, I will add the timestamps in just a moment. So if you did miss your reading, it's okay. You can watch it after the fact. It will be on the channel. But thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. Do let me know your thoughts. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to hit the notifications bell, because otherwise you're not going to be informed when your reading goes up on the channel necessarily. So don't forget that. But also don't forget to drop a comment. I'd love to know your thoughts on this reading. Just tapped into the key energies that are being revealed at this time, because I don't have time to do every sign. And I'm going to continue with the December readings. So I think I just did Pisces and Aries actually. So they should be going up hopefully this evening on the channel. I'm exporting the Aries video right now. Oh, that could also be part of the reason why the internet connection was a bit sketchy in this live, so sorry about that, because I think the video is uploading. But yeah, it's gonna be all good, okay? So even if you got messages where it's not the easiest, things are a little bit tricky or difficult, you may feel like there isn't a clear answer or things aren't going to pick up straight away. No, that is a process. It's going to take time. There is so much being alchemized and transformed, released and attracted at this time. It's a lot, I'll be honest with you. It's a lot going on for everybody in the collective right now. But believe me when I say that it is going to lead to something much better, okay? So keep the faith, stay positive, surrender to the divine, do the work, keep believing in yourself as well. And I promise you, things will turn around. Things will really start to pick up for you if you are going through a tough time. Okay, so use this new moon, this full moon energy to your benefit and just release what doesn't serve you. All right, so send you guys lots of love. Mwah. Thank you so much once again, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.